Has US stock market start the bear market right now or anytime soon? Today, I'm going to give you the insights from the chart and hopefully it can help you guys to understand now what should we do? Should we sell everything or should we buy anything or what should we do? Today, I'm going to give you analyze for the Nasdaq and also the Dow Jones. Welcome to ymchannel. This channel is about trading strategy and money mindset to help you make more, learn more. Keep like, subscribe, share with your friends. Now we look at Nasdaq weekly chart. Before I go into my indicator, I want you to look at the curve here. Okay, so basically we have a big drop and then the curve like right now. Basically we are fluctuating really here. And then we look at Dow Jones. I want you to understand something like, is it the money? Has the money quit US market? This is a critical question and you should know it. So you can see Dow Jones actually is increasing, but Nasdaq actually is fluctuating or they have a drop. Okay, so what's going on is it seems like the money is choosing the sector, but the money is still inside the US market. So something you need to understand. And if we look at my indicator, I want to also see the first thing we look at for weekly chart is this three line. This red is short-term line. This blue is the regular time trend line. This purple is the long-term trend line. These three can tell you, especially the blue, tell you what is the market trend right now. This is a bull market for Dow Jones. I will show you the Nasdaq very soon. And if you show uh basically if I show you monthly chart, you can also see we are actually going upward. Okay, and we do enter the um the overbought zone for Dow Jones, but still we are still in the overbought zone. We don't see the signal that is getting weak yet, not yet. So when we look at Nasdaq, so I told you now the fund is choosing the market. They are not going to do the betting on every single stock. They're choosing the market. So something you need to be careful. The monthly chart, basically, they are still going upward, this three line. Something you need to be aware. This is the yellow and they go downward. So look at the same thing happen. The yellow go downward. So the yellow happen and they drop below the red. But we are still inside the yellow. We still inside the yellow. We still have the yellow signal. Okay, so something you need to be aware. And the money, it seems for monthly chart, it does. They did actually go out from this day. Okay, so monthly chart we are getting weak. So but the whole U.S. market, you need to understand the fund is moving from the TED to the Dow Jones. Okay, and we go back to the weekly chart. Weekly chart, you can see more, okay, some clear signal here. So before I told you we are inside this channel, the green zone. So basically we're bouncing up and down here, okay? Here is a down, here is a up. So now we are getting close to this black line. This black line is the first resistance, okay? And the other thing I want you to check is, this is critical. YM chip entry. They tell you the institution come in here. Okay. So my question is, now we have a divergence like this. But before the divergence, this is YM big buy tell you big volume trade. So they tend to sell. But before the divergence, we have institution come in here on weekly chart. It means they are quite a big scale. My question is, they just enter here. Are they going to take profit and run away right now? Or are they trying to shake people out to create some big fear? Okay, so something you need to understand. If we look back the history, I'm not saying this is the absolutely best buy time. I never say that. If we look at weekly chart, I want you to have a whole picture about what are you doing right now. So when we look back the history, when they have a YM chip entry institution come in any period, here or here, does it create a relative low point? Number one question. Does it create a relative low point? Number two, after this YM chip entry, can it create a higher high than this area? Does it create another higher high? So you can see every time when YM chip entry enter the market, the peak, it seems quite far away. The peak, no, okay, so the YM chip entry is here, right? So they create relative low, relative low, relative low, and then they go again up. It seems like the peak usually for weekly chart is quite far away from the YM chip entry. Okay, so again here, YM chip entry happen here, and they go up, and they create another big drop, and then they absorb the stock, they go up again. So this is something we need to think, hey, do we need to panic right now? Of course, we do have the daily signal say, hey, this is a sell point. We do have some strong signal to sell for some kind of test stock. But if we look back the history for weekly chart, when we look back, the YM chip entry tell you the peak is really, really far because we just happen to have one zone for the YM chip entry, which is here. So it means the peak is not anytime soon. But is it possible they create another relative low? Yes, it's possible. We don't know the future. We are not crystal ball. I just want to give you the logic about how institution run. Okay, so there's nothing to tell you, hey, institution is or the market will have the bear market very soon. Because right now we do see, if we look at here, we do see the stock actually they did stop above this purple line. This purple line is YM club long. So like each time if they drop to the purple line, this is a very strong support. Okay, but of course, I'm not saying the whole tech market is doing well. I'm not saying that. I mean, you need to choose your stock really well, especially right now that AI is getting crazy. Some SaaS company, SaaS company, will have some problem. So you need to choose really, really well. Otherwise, because some AI can do some jobs already, right? So some company cannot charge the membership anymore. So you better to do some research or you have some strategy or special indicator to tell you, hey, this is buying, hey, this is selling. Okay. So right now, I just want to tell you the market trend for Nasdaq is still going up, but the fast trend line is going down. It means they will have some kind of like a pullback or correction. Okay, and this is totally healthy because it has been up like since when? Since April 2025. So it's very, very normal for it to come back to this purple line, and now we did. Okay, and hopefully they can go up very soon. But is it possible they drop more? Yes. Yes, if we look back the history, we did have the history they drop more, but drop more is not healthy, yeah? So better to have this as a support. Okay, it did drop below like here, but at the end they close above the close above. So right now the blue is still going upward. This is a very good thing, but it did provide us some opportunity to buy. Is it clear? So I'm not saying here, hey, it's a good time to buy or it's a good time to sell, but I want you guys don't be panicked and choose your stock really well. In my last previous video, I mentioned in 2026 would be quite fluctuating market. Because with this, it's very likely the institution will try to do sideways or shake people out. But this is not the peak yet. Okay, so I want to make it very clear. Of course, is it possible? Oh, suddenly there's a war, everything drop, the AI replace everything or everyone? Yeah, it's possible. But according to right now, the chart, we don't see something like that yet. Okay, if the blue change downward like this, it means they will have a bear market. When the blue change downward, and now you can see, I just want you to look at the chart honestly to tell yourself, is it downward or upward? Okay, so you can tell the answer yourself. You don't need to be panic because this chart, this blue can basically they can tell you right away what is the market cycle. Okay, of course, if you are a very fast trader, you follow the red, you can make very good money as well. Okay, so this is the update today. Right now, we still under the red, so it's still weak, but we do have support here. So, and you see why I tell you guys to sell your stock when they drop below this red, because first we have the yellow and basically we have divergence. Basically you should not buy anything here because they have a strong divergence, especially when they drop below zero. Now we're still under zero, okay? But do we need to panic? No, we don't need to panic. We just need to think about what kind of stock, especially if you want to buy, you think twice what kind of stock you want to buy, especially for the tech stock. Okay, so this is the update today. I hope you like this video. Now, let's have a look for Tesla as well. Quick look. So the Tesla, do we have anything we need to concern? It's the same thing. You look, we use the purple as a support right now. But is it weak? Yes, we're still under zero. It's not really strong. And the red line is our trading line, is our trading signal. You can see before I told you guys to reduce or sell, and you see the red, they turning downward. Okay, and we don't have an upward signal yet for weekly chart. But if you're very fast trader, you can look at the daily chart and you look at this chart, you can see the first thing I wanted to look at is the money. Okay, we do have institution coming in here, which is here and here. Something you need to be aware, because this YM Chippers is the institution holding. We don't have a lot of institution holding yet, but this is a lot. So this is a strong buy signal. But here, we not yet to have the buy signal. We just need a little bit more to go above this purple line. I want you to buy at the safe point, to buy here, and they go above zero. So far, we don't have a complete signal to say, hey, buy. And we don't have an up yet. Another thing, you can add your position by two-way with YM chip entry. The first one with the first candle. The first candle here is 440.23. The second one, you buy with the highest candle, which is quite ambitious trade-up. Okay, if you want to buy low point, you buy when they go above this, the highest candle, which is 402.1. But again, at this point, even they go above, right? They did go above the red. At this point, the institution is not yet okay. So this is not strong yet. We need stronger force in order to push the blue change the direction. This is just a rebound. Something you need to be aware. This is just a rebound. So if you buy this stock with a short-term strategy, this is fine. But don't buy, you tell me, oh, I'm going to learn whole, and then you expect it don't drop below that. That is not realistic. Maybe you would take some time, either they drop a lot more, or you would take some time to fluctuating in this area. Okay, we need the blue to change direction. Otherwise, it cannot go really far. Okay, so I want you to make good money. And I want you to catch some kind of like the big trend, like minimum like this. Like you buy here, and you sell here. This is a very safe point to buy and sell. Even here is good because the purple is going upward. But look at here right now, the purple is going downward. Hello, they're going downward. Although it did hit my target price 400, it did. But it means this one will take some while to fluctuating here until this two line going upward. And then we will have our bull one very safely, very stably. Okay, so this is the update today. You look at here, the blue line, once they turn upward, you look at this trend. Now they turn downward. So you just eating this trend, you're making very easy money. Okay, when they turn upward, also the money is going up. the institution money is going up. So it's a very safe point to buy. Or of course, I recommend you to buy when it's blue light. When they have YM chip entry past, they go above the blue, you add your position. And then when they go back to touch, you add your position again. Then you continue to hold. They go above the purple, we continue to hold. And then you sell when they drop below the purple, or when the purple changed direction. This is so easy strategy. So basically from regular term, you change to long-term strategy because it's above the purple already. Okay. So I hope you like this video. Click like, subscribe, share with your friend. Learn before you earn. See you next time. Bye bye.